ready for fight number 9? You guys rock. Fight number 9 brought to you by Legacy Roofing, Utah's best commercial and residential roofing specialist. You've seen them in the cage. You should see their work. I see their trucks all over the place. Give them a call, free roof inspection. Let them tell you what you need. They are hooking you up with another amateur MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0, doing it for Agima. Make some noise for Chris Simons.
We talk about this a lot, that a lot of the fighters wait till a certain point in their song, and Chris Simons is no different, coming out right now at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145.5 pounds with a record of 1-0, fighting out of Team Agima. What do we know about them?
Well, again, we talked about them a little bit before. We talked about Court McGee, who's right there, one of the head coaches over there. We talked about them putting out a great quality and quantity stable of fighters locally. We see them at most shows. They normally have a guy or two on most of those shows.
Every card for the last couple of years, they've had at least one person coming out in a fight.
Yes, yes. So they definitely put on quite the performance, and normally if I see someone coming from Agima, I feel they're pretty trained, well-rounded.
They're going to be a rounded fighter, generally.
Yes. You know, they'll have jiu-jitsu, they'll have some wrestling, they'll have some striking.
And they'll know how to work it together in MMA and cage tactics and everything else.
Yes.
Now, as far as Chris goes, we know Chris is coming in undefeated with a win off of Brandon Bernstein about just over a year ago, or under a year ago, I want to say last June.
I think I remember seeing him fight. He looks familiar to me.
And he won about almost at the end of the second round by strikes. Around 240 something. I just remember right about the time that the clicker was coming in. He won by strikes.
He got the W.
Yeah, absolutely. So he looks good. He's definitely coming in off of a good win and staying at a gym where he's getting some good training. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
Sounds good to me.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 139.5 pounds, with a current amateur MMA record of 0-1. He's an independent. Let's hear it for Robbie Mitchell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Mitchell's walking out right now. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 139.5 pounds. He is 27 years old, and he has a record of 0-1-0. He is fighting out of Vigilante Academy. What do we know about them? I believe they're up in Layton.
Yeah, they're a newer gym that's up in the Layton area. We talked about them before. I don't know a whole lot about them, but they've been present for the last 3 shows.
Yes.
They've had at least one person fighting, and they've put on a good performance. Now, the thing about Robbie that I can tell you, he is coming in off of a loss, but it was back in December against Dylan Bolt, and he lost a decision. So this guy definitely has the ability to go all 3 rounds. He has the gas in the tank to put on a performance for all 3 rounds. He wasn't able to get the win in his last fight, but you know, if you don't win the fight, you never want the judges to tell you lost, because it's one of those things, split decisions or unanimous decision, no matter what, you never feel justified in a loss from a decision.
Yes. Well, and you know what? I'm really excited for this fight. I kind of think it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be going back and forth, and if the night so far tells us anything, I mean, these guys have come out with a lot of aggression and have come out to put on quite the show for everybody.
Yeah, no, tonight has been a great night of fights. There's been a lot of action.
Agreed.
The last fight alone was just action. The fight before that was constant action. And we've seen the fights tonight that go one way for the first half of the fight and then just turn and go the exact opposite. Yeah, it's been a good night, and I don't expect this fight to be any different than what we've seen.
Me either. And both of these guys look like they're in shape. They look like they came here to do battle. And I kind of remember, if I'm thinking, Robbie Mitchell's last fight a little bit and him kind of having a battle out there. I did not remember that who had won. But I do remember seeing him in the cage, and he put on quite a show.
Oh yeah, he put on a great show. Like I said, he went all 3 rounds, went to the decision. It didn't go his way, but that doesn't speak poorly of him.
No, that happens on occasion. I mean, you don't want it to, but that is part of the MMA game specifically.
All right, so Tyler Thompson is our referee for this bout, giving some last-minute instructions. If you're just tuning in tonight, we have Chris Simons in the red corner with the white dethrone trunks on, and we've got Robbie Mitchell in the black corner with the blue and yellow trunks on.
All righty.
We're about
Tyler Tomlinson's the referee.
Yep, we're about to see some action.
Yes, we are. Nice feint. Feeling each other out.
That's the first committed shot.
Yes.
Seems like both of them have kind of thrown a couple feints just to fill each other out. But
now I like that personally. Again,
you're not overcommitting and not knowing what your opponent looks like, what their reach is, anything else.
Exactly.
I think filling out's definitely an important process in a fight. As far as a tactical fight game,
yes,
you want to know what you're going up against, so you want to start filling them out, see how they're going to react, and if they counter to your feints and everything else.
Now, if you know someone has a problem to get overwhelmed or they start slow, maybe there is a game plan to start fast.
Right. But again, this fight can go 3 rounds.
Yes.
You need to be able to prepare for 3 rounds.
Yes, you cannot blow your load in the first minute and then try to last the rest 2.5 rounds on hard.
Exactly. Ooh, that was really quick, that leg kick from Chris Simons, right as Robbie was throwing that right hook, and kind of threw Robbie's hook off target really effectively.
Well, again, I mean, these two look like some skilled fighters that are kind of checking each other out. They're respecting each other. They're throwing where they feel they have a little area, like right there.
Right there, nice. Committing well with those leg kicks, going down to the body.
We're picking the pace up. We're finding our areas. You're seeing a bit more strikes being thrown.
I did like with Robbie as Chris started getting, with Chris as Robbie started getting too close. Chris threw that jab to kind of back him up real quick. Didn't land, but it did change a little bit that movement from Robbie.
You put it in his face.
Exactly.
You put it in his face, and people move their head. They change. They back up. That's why I like to see him getting off that center line.
Right, change the angle.
Yeah, and you don't have to move backwards with that jab coming out. You can get off the center line and it'll go
slip
your head.
Yeah, slip to the side.
Slip it.
I do like that movement that I'm seeing out of Chris. I would like to see him throw a little bit off of that head movement where he's coming in.
Yes,
kind of make it a little bit harder to see things going.
Agree. I'd like to see Chris throwing more strikes.
Yes.
I mean, nice counter right there. The counter check hook almost.
Nice head kick attempt. Ten seconds left of this round.
That's 1-2.
This is one of those ones that, because there hasn't been a lot of action, there's been a lot more feints in this first round. It's going to be a hard run to really say.
Judge.
Yeah,
that to me is a very difficult round to judge.
Right, and without sounding disrespectful to either one of these fighters, because I don't want to sound this way, it felt more like a sparring match.
Yes.
And that's actually a good thing, because that means that these guys are actually, they know what they're doing. They're not trying to waste a lot of energy. They're pacing and ready for a 3-round battle.
There's a lot of good qualities to that.
Yes.
It just makes it a little bit
harder to judge. Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's not a knock on the quality.
No, absolutely not.
It's a commentary on the difficulty in judging it based on
because
that.
neither one of them was committing enough to really effectively end or win that round.
Well,
made it a little harder.
Because the long-term strategy for them is we take this first round, we feel them out, and we throw these little half shots out there, see what they do.
So we know how to come into the second round.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, leading into the second round, what do you think we're going to see?
I think that if I had to guess, I would see some more forward movement from Chris. I would, just because of the way that he was throwing more strikes and throwing those hands a little bit more, I would expect to see him be a little bit more forward motion with those jabs and with the combos off of that. But you never know. That would just be what I'm telling him in the corner, though.
Yeah, I'm curious what we're going to see.
Definitely more action right now.
Yes.
Robbie throwing
Quick
those kicks.
action.
Yes, and Robbie throwing those kicks.
This round started a lot faster than that first round.
Yes.
We kind of picked up where we left off.
Yes. Robbie throwing a lot more kicks.
Yes, I noticed that. Looks like he's maintaining distance that way.
Yes. And even when they're not landing, I like seeing Robbie throw the kicks and not pulling his kicks, not fainting them.
Well, and you know what? Land them into his arms. Kick the crap out of his arms.
It's still going to earn you action points. It's still going to help in the judge's eyes that you were trying. Yes, it is. It's not fun.
It doesn't feel good getting kicked in the arm really hard. You know, I know it hits your arm, but it still hurts.
Right.
It still can damage you. It'll still slow your arms down. It'll make them keep those arms up because they felt the impact.
Right. I like that they're kind of exchanging kicks here. I
like how Robbie's trying to check some of these kicks. He didn't on that one.
No.
But the one prior to that with the other leg, he'd gotten it out. These last 2 times, he has not been able to check those. 3 times.
But he's giving them back. And vice versa. You see Chris Simons being a lot more energetic with those kicks, where he ate quite a few of them at first and then started throwing his own.
Yes.
Almost like a game of tag. Ooh, nice. Chris is being really effective with those leg kicks right now.
Yes, they're beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to see him set him up with his hands a little bit better.
Or follow him with his hands.
Yeah, either one. I'd love to see like a 2-3, then that leg kick.
Yes.
You know, 2-3 leg kick.
Or that inside leg kick with a right cross.
Yes.
I'd love to see something like that too.
Just somewhere where you can easily kind of switch it.
Yeah. And most of the action in this round has been with the legs.
Yes. I mean, this round you have not seen very much boxing taking place.
No, not at all.
Nice head kick. You know, he had sold low how many times?
And then threw it up high.
To come back up top. And he's dancing.
Little showboating at the end of the round. I would love to have seen some of that aggression earlier in the round.
Yes.
The committing to throwing the strikes.
Yes.
He's doing great. I think that Chris Simons is doing great and being very effective with the kicks, but I would love to see him use his hands more. I would have loved to see him start utilizing his hands a little bit more in the round earlier instead of waiting till the end of the round to start throwing those strikes. He looked very confident after doing his little showboating and throwing those hooks. I think he looked a lot more confident at the end of the round. I would have loved to see that earlier in the round. Again, I think that he did all the right things to win the round with those leg kicks.
Yes.
But I would have loved to see him use his hands more.
Well, next time. I mean, that's what I'm looking for in round 3.
Right.
In round 3, I'm looking for him to come out with the same swagger that I saw him going to the corner with.
Yes, definitely.
You know, I even saw him, if you saw on screen, him kind of strutting around a little bit afterwards.
Yes.
So being able to see that was something that I noticed.
Right. Now, if you're over in Robbie Mitchell's corner, what are you telling Robbie he needs to do?
You know, I would tell Robbie that he was effective with his kicks, but he needs to start checking the kicks coming back.
And that would countering.
That would discourage Chris from throwing in so many.
Yeah, I know leg kicks can hurt, and they start building up. They really do. But
you can't keep taking them.
Sometimes you got to lean into that kick, lean in, and throw a right cross as soon as you feel it.
Or even put your leg out, take it right on your shin, and make it hurt them too.
Yes.
Kind of had that same theory. Well, if it's going to hurt me, it's going to hurt you too.
Yes.
So turn that leg out and take it right there.
But at the same time, let's be honest, I don't want to be hurt in the first place.
Yeah,
So.
agreed. So if we could miss him, that would be great. But
you're seeing Robbie throw a lot more of those kicks now.
yes. Well, I'd like to see Robbie go up top.
Yes.
With a kick.
Or just with his hands, throw some kicks,
Yeah, I would like to see
even
him
feinting the kick and throwing the
He
hand.
just went up top, but he's got to set those up. You're going to have to put your hands in play to get people looking there.
Ooh, nice overhand right by Chris Simons. Again, with that really good leg kicks from Simons. There's a lot of impact on those kicks.
Yes, I mean, they're stiff kicks.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. They're hitting kind of like a baseball bat.
And that's the design, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we don't want to get hit in the head with them.
It's a little bit more confidence out of Chris in this round, though, with his hands. You've seen him throw some punches a lot more often. He's probably thrown more punches in this round so far, just in the first minute and a half, than in the entirety of the second round.
Yes, I agree. But I'd like to see him mixing it up like that. I think that's what's landing.
Ooh, great job by Robbie Mitchell, grabbing the leg, using that to get the takedown.
Let's see what he can do with it.
Chris starting to climb up on the one side. Looks like he's having trouble climbing up with his right leg.
Oh, he's grabbing the fence when he was trying to climb out. Robbie let him out. Tells you what Robbie would rather stay. He'd rather keep it standing, it sounds like.
Well, he's landed some nice legs.
Yes, yeah.
Ooh, nice left.
Kind of check left hook.
I think Robbie's looking really good in this round.
Well, he looks like his striking's a little bit better than it had been.
Yes.
In the previous rounds.
Getting that takedown, working a little bit, from the top there, even though he was inside the guard. 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice jab. Chris lands that nice right hand, and that could be enough to steal it in the judge's eyes.
I think so. I think it was close enough right there that it was.
You know, I would not want to be a judge in this fight because, again, it was well-paced, and when I say that they took this more, it seemed more like a sparring match.
Yes.
That is not meant to be an insult, so I hope that they're not taking it that way. They both look very calm and composed, with neither one really going for a finish.
No.
They look like they were working to win the rounds, and that makes it really hard to judge who won. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this was a close fight. I mean, it was a close matchup.
Again, check it out.
Neither party extremely committed to one game plan or another. They kind of felt each other out.
Absolutely.
The majority of the fight felt like.
Absolutely.
If you don't know who he is, you might want to find out. He's representing us in the UFC. Do me a favor, make some noise for both these fighters, would you? Let's hear it.
All right, let's take it to the cage and find out who won.
Sounds good to me.
Got this one going all the way to the judges. What do you guys think? Figure out who you think won and see how you did against the professional judges. All right, if I can get both fighters to the center of the cage, please. Both fighters to the center of the cage. Here are your scores. Stephen Farragher with a score of 30-27. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Bridget Mora with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Chris Simons!
All right, I'm here with your winner, Chris Simons. Chris, dude, that was a good fight, man. You kept that thing going at about the same pace all 3 rounds. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. Honestly, I got pneumonia a couple days ago, so
It wasn't obvious. I didn't even know.
I was like, damn, I can't get in any crazy exchanges because I'm gonna gas. But dude, Robbie's tough as hell. He's a beast, so.
Well, you guys look great tonight. Did anything happen that caught you off guard?
He checked a few of my kicks, and then he winded me once, and I said, yeah, he got me kind of good, but I was a little scared to let that right hand go, but so next time it'll be better. So give me a fight soon, and let me redeem myself a little bit.
All right, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, my sponsors, Toyota, Monster Energy, Donald Trump, just my big sponsors. So thank you to all my sponsors, Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, that's it.
All right, you're going to come back and do this again. Oh, one more.
And everybody at Agema, they're way better than everybody else. So thank you to everybody who spars with me and beats the hell out of me because they keep me going. They keep my head in the right place. So thank you, Court, everybody.
Awesome, man. You're going to come do this for us again?
Dude, I'll be in here as soon as possible. I'm trying to get a lot in this year, so let's make it happen.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you come back and do this again. Congratulations. Everyone give it up for your winner, Chris Simons.
On a roll at 2-0, Chris Simons getting a picture with the coach, a little bit of selfie action.